Those were some sweet blocks. Want to boost your defense? Mobile One has you covered. Get a defensive edge with a 50-game MyPlayer boost. Unlock yours when you buy participating Mobile One motor oils at Walmart through December 31st.
Well, you're going to need your best block aim to beat our 2K TV challenge. And this year, it's 3v3 versus our 2K21 cover athletes. That's right. It's all-time Damian Lillard, all-time Zion Williamson, and all-time Kobe Bryant.
And don't...
Greetings from 2K Sports, and with pregame routine.
Hey, Kevin.
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Now the starting group for the Denver Nuggets. Grant down low with Jokic. Jay out there with Murray, and it's Harris in at the 3 slot. And for New York, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Then there's Cobb. Then there's Mo Harkless, and it's Dotson in at the 2. Greg, at the beginning of every season, we love to see players that have worked on something during the offseason that they now have added to their game in the new season.
No doubt about it, Kevin. You know, the work doesn't end when the season ends. If you're trying to improve your skill set, or if you're trying to just put on muscle, that kind of stuff needs to be done during the break. You need to have an assessment in the off right after the season. Hey, where can I get better? And then you spend the offseason on that challenge.
Season never really ends.
And the anticipation for this matchup. Cobb facing the team that traded him and the man who took his job in junior. Everyone was waiting for this game.
And you could just feel the tension in the building, Greg. This will be a game that is talked about for weeks.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
Perhaps he's set for a big night. I mean, he can be a difference maker for him when he's on his game.
Now here's Murray. Pass to Jay. Back to Jokic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
A self-described country boy from the town of Samba, Serbia. Jokic grew up racing horses, no less.
Boy, those are some nice factoids, Greg. Well done. From stable boy and jockey, but as he grew, basketball made the most sense. And to this day, he still loves horses and actually still has a few back in Serbia.
Boy, he's got a great stroke from the line. That's not something we can say about all the league's big guys.
Randall passes to Cobb. That one, no good. And Denver the other way now. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
And that was a shocker. Hard to believe that they dropped the ball, so to speak, on that one. And probably a tough pill for them to swallow.
And to lose it like they did, too. Wow, right at the end, man, makes it even tougher to take.
And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. Fires for 3, and he gets it to go. No problem on the 3 from Jay.
I know you're big on shoes and all the deals being made in the NBA. I'm sure you were aware that Jordan signed Junior to a shoe deal recently.
Craig, you know I'm crazy about the sneaker culture. Junior is one of the most anticipated shoe deals of the year. Jordan got their man, and I'm sure both sides are elated. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny.
They're 1 of 4 here to start, looking to get into a flow offensively.
Stolen away. A solo fast break. A finish. Throws down the breakaway jam.
So good to see Murray, not just as a scorer, but thriving as a passer, too.
For New York, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here's Cobb. No good, unable to this run.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 fall.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, I tell you, I think Grant's athleticism was what allowed him to win out there.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, you know, they had to do something, anything to stop this run. You can't just let it go on any longer.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Randall outside. Now, here's Cobb. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game.
You know, whether it's inside or outside, Cobb doesn't really hesitate. Once he gets a shot he wants to take.
Out to the right wing. And it's Jokic missing.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
No coverage, that's it. Cobb's got 6.
Well, this team knows to feed Cobb every chance they get. He's just so reliable.
Here's Jay. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Cobb with it. 6 points for him. Randall kicks to Cobb. And again, New York with the triple.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Stolen by Robinson. And pushing it up. Here's New York. Beyond the arc. And Cobb, the bucket on the assist by Harkness. 12 points for Hendricks Cobb.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
From outside the arc. Knocks it loose.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
The Nuggets trail by 4. The pass to Harris. Jokic trying to free himself up. Robinson with the block. Here's Dotson. He's covered by Murray. No one near Randall as he lets it go. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here is Harris. 9 points last game out. Jay, the pass to Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Robinson with the block. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And oh, the jam by Harkless.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
The Nuggets trail by 8.
Watch Murray.
Now Murray. 26 points for him last game against the Lakers. Harris outside. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jay. Good on the triple. Jay's got 10 points in the game. And Greg, then there have been rumors floating around. Junior looking to move on from this team. Do you buy into any of that talk?
It'd be a surprise to see him get moved, but anything can happen. Players have a lot of leverage in the NBA. If Junior wants out, he'll probably get his way.
And so here is New York following the 3 from Jay, and it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. 2 on the clock.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Greg, when you played for the Knicks, you always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak is very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Now here's Peyton. He had 13 points in the win against the Bucks in Milwaukee.
And there really was a physical aspect of his performance that was off the charts. And he was taking it right at him, and he just kept getting those calls and getting to the line.
So it's Denver now, following the basket by Julius Randle.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
And so Peyton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. 3-point lead and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
And with this matchup being an East versus West affair, it will be the first of only 2 meetings between the teams.
And, you know, there's always a bit of a feeling out process in that first game between opponents. A lot different than when you've played a team you're familiar with.
No good from Jay.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why. Boy, you've got to appreciate the passing there. Results in a great look.
Now, here's Khan. Tight defense on him.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
The shot's good from Jay.
Boy, nice work by Harris that time. He's trying to find the best shot for his team, not necessarily for himself there.
Peyton looking around. Here's the teardrop. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic just got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the left wing. Harris outside. Pass to Jay. Launches a 3. Good. And Harris gets the assist. Harris has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Randle outside. To halt the run, and Randle throws it down.
You can't leave someone open around Cobb. When you do, he makes sure to hurt you for that mistake.
Now here is Harris. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Drops in the tray.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Here's Cobb. He's got 12. Cloak loose. And pushing it up. Here's Denver. And again, shot good from Jay. And now a 7-point Nugget lead. And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Nuggets.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far. Well, he has not been sharp this period. Seems to be a little flustered out there, too.
And again, Denver with the triple.
And they are starting to pull away here as their shots continue to fall.
Yeah, I agree with you. Big run taking place right now, and it looks to be the beginning of the end.
Now here's Randle. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Cobb, no good.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
And here is Cobb. Following the 3 from Jay. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for him. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Big group substitution here for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Jokic. Millsap comes in for Portis. Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Gary Harris. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Here's Marks. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet.
Yeah, the defender all over.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws of the game.
Really hasn't come together for them as a group in terms of free throw shooting, just around 70% on the season.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Now, here is Morris. He had 15 points last outing. Jay uses the glass to finish the layup. Jay's got 28 points for the game.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Here's Payton, and they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. It is good.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
The Nuggets leading by 11. Morris passes to Jay. Outside Millsap. Out left to the wing. Here's Jay. Misses the three.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for Denver. Pass to Jay. Three-pointer. The Knicks pull it in. And a fast break now for New York. Cobb, wide open. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Cobb's got 15.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Morris outside. The pass to Jay. And again, Denver no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
And so it's the Denver Nuggets holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're playing a bruising. Earlier on, we ran into Bobby Portis, who explained the origin of...
I think the underdog story, started when I was a kid.
A great playing with a chip on his shoulder has served Portis well.
Some guys try to block out the haters. Portis uses it as fuel to keep achieving more.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And the Nuggets, guys, what jumps out to you numbers-wise?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, for them guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
In a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Taking a look at the Nuggets, Craig is the 3 and Millsap the 4. Jay out there with Monte Morris, and it's Plumlee in at the 5. Jay, the pass to Plumlee, out to Morris. Here's Jay, and it's off from three-point range. Here's Cobb, and no good as it rattles out.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Morris with the bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Knicks trail by 8. Payton outside. Here's Marks. Millsap covering. Here's Gibson, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gibson's got his first points in this one.
I think this is where Gibson is most effective. A solid interior scorer with a really nice shooting touch.
Pass to Craig. Morris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it. No good from Jay.
And after that great first quarter from three-point range, he has finally come back to earth.
Winners kept alive by New York, and that one is good. Gibson's got 4 this quarter.
An exceptional offensive rebounder. Gibson seems to have an uncanny ability to get to the right position on the glass.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over. The great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, but I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that.
No, we don't do that.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Nuggets have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And guys, that's a pretty good improvement over last season.
Grant, he's checked in for Paul Millsap. This one for 3, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yeah, even after all those three-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Back to Morris. The good-looking shot from the wing. Morris has got his second basket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Cobb dishes to Gibson. Winners. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's 2 straight three-pointers they've allowed.
Denver's gone 6 of 12 from outside. A very nice 50% mark. Shooting the 3-ball well. Back to Morris. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Goes up. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. In a moment here to take a look at some hustle stats for the Knicks.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
And also, how about the fact defensively, they're getting that backcourt and getting out in transition, especially in this first half. Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just...
He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. Throw good, Murray.
Yeah, Murray is clearly a shoot-first guy who can really fill it up. This is a big-time bucket getter.
And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for New York. They trail by 14.
Well, I tell you what, we've all heard the stories of Jamal Murray's training routine growing up in Canada, like something out of a movie. Push-ups in the snow, dribbling on ice, deep knee bends with a cup of hot tea on his thigh. A little bit unconventional, but hey, it certainly got him to where he is now, so I would say it worked.
New York's gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. We've got 1:08 left in the first half. He was all alone on that one.
And Clark, it was Jamal Murray's father who's the mastermind behind those unconventional training methods. His son, though, never begged off, never wavered in his commitment.
Tell you what, Greg, it clearly would lead you to believe that both of them were crazy, and yet they had a shared obsession and a commitment, and it's paid off.
There's 37 seconds left in the second quarter. 5 to shoot. From deep. Rebounded by Jay. The Nuggets leading by 11. Passes to Craig. Jay covered by Payton. Murray outside. To the paint. Shot's good from Jay. Jay's got 31 points.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And that does it for the first half of play. Denver on top. They lead by 13. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. It's been one outstanding game from Jay.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
They've got marks. Harkless is out there with Julius Randle. Then there's Cobb. And it's Dotson in at the shooting guard position. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with.
How about the commitment, guys, from Murray on defense, moving his arms all around and coming up with steals as a result. Active arms and hands, a big part of it.
And the Nuggets pushing it up now. Here's Jay. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Jay's got 34.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
New York moving the ball around. Here's Cobb. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Cobb's got 25 points. The Nuggets leading by 15. Here's Jay. But they get it back. Jokic, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket. Jokic has got 13 points.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Here's Jay. Harkless with the steal. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Randle down low. Working on Grant. Randle kicks to Cobb. Rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And the dunk by Grant.
Yeah, on his menu, dunking is one of the specialties. A fantastic jammer who really wrecks that rim.
Knocked away. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Harkless with it. Harris is there. The Nuggets leading by 17. Jay, the pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Pass to Randle. He kicks it to Cobb. Now the pass to Harkless. Wide open look. Offensive rebound. Cobb, no good. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
And guys, you'd have to say this run really triggered by their transition offense.
And Jay gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Robinson's checked in for the Knicks. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
And so it's New York with it. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Greg, you and I have talked about how the NBA Finals used to be tape delayed. What's the value of fans getting to see the broadcast live now as opposed to tape delayed as it was back in the 70s?
Isn't that weird to even think that that's the case?
I know it.
You know, I think, Kev, that the fans, they just feel more connected to their favorite teams, the end players. It creates more anxiety, right? Because nowadays, there's nothing that can happen that you don't know about it, whether you see it or not. So live sports, especially the NBA Finals, the anticipation, that anxiety that we talked about, man, I'm still a fan to this day in a different way. So I can only imagine when you have a personal vested interest in a team, what that's got to feel like.
Edge of your seat, you're right. Knicks have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Robinson up top to the inside. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
How about that work from Cobb there, using his physicality to finish while drawing the foul.
And the Knicks making a change here. Payton's checked in. And it's the Nuggets with the ball. They'll be off to Boston for a meeting with the Celtics after this one. That'll be the second on the road in the midst of this long 4-game road stand. Pass to Grant. And the dunk by Grant.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
Here's Payton. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And when Payton is a part of the pick and roll, I mean, this guy's got a lot of game, and because of that, he keeps the defense on its heels.
Randall brings the double team. And the dunk by Grant.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Knicks trail by 21. Here's Cobb. And he has 28 points for the game. And that one drops for him.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Jay, the pass to Grant. Misses from short range.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lane.
The Nuggets leading by 19 points. In the corner, Murray with it. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Payton.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Portis comes in for Harris. And Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Payton passes to Robinson. And here is Cobb. 30 points in the game. Robinson. And Robinson is right there. Robinson's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Inside, here's Portis. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Portis has got 12 points in the game. Now here's Payton. He feeds it to Randall. Hangs. He takes it up and lays it in. Randall's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
Grant kicks to Morris. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Cobb comes with the double team. Jokic banked in off the glass. He's got 17.
Boy, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Payton with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Payton against Morris. Payton passes to Randall. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 14 points for Julius Randall.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Knicks trail by 20. Cobb with it. Here's Randall, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Plays with nice force. I mean, Randall heading to the line now.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Denver.
They really haven't backed away from running and gunning at any point, but their legs still look fresh.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second-chance points they've been able to get.
Catching up on the changes for Denver. Plumlee is checked in for Jokic. And Paul Millsap subbed in for Jeremy Grant. And Randall throws it down.
Randall, another bucket, continues to expand his offensive game.
And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. 22 is their biggest lead. Here's Millsap. Randall grabs the board.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Payton passes to Randall. Right side Gibson. Shot clock at 6. Gets the front of the rim and out.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
Here's Plumlee. Another shot. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Nice to see Millsap get after it on the glass. Definitely has the size and strength to rebound well, and he does.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
And it's out of bounds. The Knicks able to retain possession here. Marks, he's checked in for Randall. And he lays in the alley-oop.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
And a nice touch on the finish.
Cobb comes with the double team. Jay, the pass to Morris. Lets it go from deep. And again, Denver with the triple.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Refusing to let the defense dictate to him. Cobb has no problem going at him and drawing the foul. And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Yeah, they're making the most of their opportunities at the stripe, and they'll need to keep it up to take the lead.
Passes it to Jay. The 3. Good on the three-point shot. Jay's got 40 points.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Winters buries it down low. He's got 9.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Pass to Millsap. To the middle. That one drops for him. Millsap's got 4 points this quarter.
Even double team, he had the vision to see the open man.
1:43 left in the third quarter. Knicks trail by 20. Payton passes to Gibson. Here's Cobb. Makes it off the glass.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Dotson's checked in for New York. Vonleh's checked in for Denver. Murray comes in for Monte Morris. And there's the pass to Millsap. Murray outside. Fades. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Murray. Murray's got his 8th assist here tonight. And Jay gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The Knicks haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
and not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Gary Harris is checked in for Bobby Portis. Offensive rebound. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Murray outside. From deep three-point range, they get the rebound. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
I don't think you really can say enough about the work he's put in and the massive strides he's made in his free throw shooting, guys. I mean, his numbers are way up this year.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Cobb comes with the double team. And Jay gets the whistle that time. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And he had...
So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
Ibaba niyo na lang yung tablet, Yuan. Ibaba niyo yung tablet at huwag kayo magpipindot nang nakikita kayo. Ano? Hakulot. Hakulot.